Every single day in life, I feel behind. I feel like I am one of the most inexperienced people on this planet. I feel like a fraud almost everywhere I go. I don't think I will ever catch up. I constantly feel like I should pressure myself to do things I have no interest in doing. And it's crippling. It makes no sense. We are so used to having this image of people experiencing certain things at a specific time in their lives. People have their first encounters with alcohol and parties and crushes and kisses, maybe even drugs in their teens. They start jobbing, travel, go off to college, move out, graduate, find themselves during their 20s. People settle down in their 30s and 40s. Have a relationship, a job, maybe children, a house. And this is ever so ongoing, and it's toxic. Either way, if we follow it due to society's expectations without realizing it is really not what fulfills us, but it hurts just as much when we stand out, because we will still feel that constant pressure to bow to what is expected of us. A while ago, when I was reading Notes on a Nervous Planet by Matt Haig, I came upon a paragraph that depicted this inner struggle I keep getting terribly caught up in, better than anything I'd read on the topic before. We are too aware of numerical times and not aware enough of natural time. People for thousands of years may have woken up at 7 in the morning. The difference with these last few centuries is that now we are waking up because it is 7 a.m. in the morning. We go to school or college or work at a certain time of day, not because that feels the most natural time to do so, but because that is the time that has been given to us. We have handed over our instinct to the hands of clocks. Increasingly, we serve time rather than time serving us. We fret about time. We wonder where time is gone. We are obsessed with time. And we are, at least I am. I feel bad for sleeping through my alarm on weekends, just because I meant to get up earlier. Sometimes that gets me in such an awful mood, I torture myself about it mentally for hours. I feel unproductive and lazy, like I've run out of time I didn't even have in the first place. Like I missed something major, even though I did not. Even though I was up until 1 in the morning, feeling bad, all the same, because I couldn't make myself go to sleep before midnight like every other normal human being. Even though I obviously needed the sleep. And if I look at it this way, it's the exact same with the very much society-made time concept of a whole life. A lot of us do something in life not because it feels right at the time, but because it's a widely accepted and supported action. And while that may be great and rather helpful, when we get lost and feel helpless not knowing where to go from the point in life we're at, it's insanely misleading. No life can ever be compared to another. It simply can't. Yet we keep doing it, killing ourselves, bending, cracking, breaking in the process of trying to fit a stereotype we were never supposed to narrow ourselves down to. But we keep comparing. We are conditioned to. Everywhere we go and everywhere we look, we compare. Maybe not consciously, but we do. We tend to look around ourselves to see whether we have accomplished something, whether we've made progress even though we should be looking back at ourselves. Because it is only in the context of our own path that we should decide where we are in life. And taking that into account, we can never be behind. We can never be behind on our own path. Being a teen doesn't necessarily end when you turn 20. Nor does it mean being behind having never drunken a drop of alcohol, or been to a party, or kissed someone at 21. Even though many others that age have, and even though a large group of society likely suspects It's just that. We cannot be behind or late in our own lives. We simply can't. There is still time, a lot of it actually, and we cannot keep living like we're late everywhere we go. We get there when we do, with grace, because we were meant to, and we will be just on time.